Hey everybody, Dana Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
I may be a little irrationally excited once I looked at the menu for this restaurant that we are going to today, which is the Grand Floridian Cafe over at Grand Floridian.
We're actually combining this with what we love to do living here as locals, and that is to walk from the TTC all the way around past Magic Kingdom over to the Contemporary and back. It's about a 5-mile loop. We're gonna take you with us on a little bit of a video, a separate video, that is. I'm excited about that too.
Yeah, so we are stopping along the way. We have eaten here for dinner before, which was great. It was good. It was a solid option. But I was looking at the lunch menu and they combine like lunch and brunch. And I was like,
we love brunches, number one. Number two, we are gonna get to do a dining review of all these restaurants that do brunches and regular meals. We're gonna do both of them eventually.
Oh, wait, so does that mean I don't get to have brunch today?
No, you totally have brunch today, which just means we gotta go back for dinner at some point.
That's fine, that's fine.
So I guess today we're going to check out the brunch lunch situation over at Grand Floridian Cafe. It is a really, really good meal. I'm very excited about it. We're gonna park at the TTC and walk through the Polynesian over to the Grand Floridian, but you don't have to do that. You can park at the Grand Floridian. Just know that right now the parking at the Grand Floridian is so packed over there. They're sending all the dining parkers across the street, so across Floridian Way, to park in basically cast member parking, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So what does this menu look like?
All right, so there are, of course, lunch options, which would include like a hamburger, there's miso glazed salmon, there's a Reuben, but then there's also like the grand breakfast or buttermilk fried chicken and waffles.
Their fried chicken is phenomenal here.
It is.
Highly recommend that. So we'll see what we get.
They have a roasted tomato and feta quiche as well, which I am a sucker for quiches. Avocado toast. There's so many good looking things on this menu that I'm just very excited.
All right, well, we do have to park at the TTC and walk over there, so we probably do need to get going. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. All right, we have arrived. A little bit backwards today, so it is before noon. We're not gonna do any adult beverages, but we did order 2 specialty beverages. I got a frozen cappuccino.
And I got the tropical splash, which is strawberry with orange juice. I'm pretty excited about it. It sounds delicious. Those have not yet arrived, but our avocado toast has. It looks amazing.
So we ordered the 3 things that she recommended above everything else on this brunch menu. The first thing is the appetizer, that's the avocado toast. And then for our entrees, Leslie got the chicken and waffles, drizzled with sriracha honey, which sounds amazing. And I got the salmon Benedict. So look at this avocado toast. It looks so good, so fresh. And a bonus, there is complimentary buttermilk biscuits coming out next. Are we gonna be polite and actually cut this? I was just gonna take it up and shove it in my face.
It's very nice. That grainy bread that it's on is really delicious. The smash is very good. The tomatoes are super fresh. It probably could use just maybe like a smidge of salt and pepper.
I was gonna say the same thing.
But other than that, it's fantastic.
Luckily, they do have salt and pepper on the table, so I'm gonna put this on here and finish this up.
Okay, so I got the tropical smash. Look at how pretty that is. It came with a little orange slice on top. So it's strawberry, like pureed strawberries and orange juice, which sounds like a really excellent combination.
I got the frozen cappuccino. Mine doesn't need a whole lot of mixing. The straw is annoying. I hate paper straws with frozen drinks. But the cappuccino itself is pretty good.
Well, this is really good and refreshing.
Okay, upon further inspection, that is an ice cube in the frozen cappuccino. So their blender needs a little bit of work back there. The flavor is good, but that's a little bit of a bummer. There are some large chunks of ice in there.
The biscuits came. They're nice and soft and
Cute little
warm,
biscuits.
and they have citrus butter.
Yeah, the other butter and syrup on this plate is for chicken and waffles, but I'm excited to try the citrus butter.
Well, that's quite good.
It's really well done biscuit. It's super soft, it's warm. It's got salt in there, and then the citrus butter complements that very, very nicely. I really like that, and it's just like a nice little bite that's not going to fill you up before your meal. I love complimentary bread, and to do it with brunch, well done. What did you get over there?
Oh my goodness gracious. This is large and looks delicious. So
2 fried chicken breasts and a giant Mickey waffle. I want to try some of the sriracha honey. Yeah, that piece. That is good fried chicken.
Oh yeah, it is. All right, and then the Mickey waffle looks incredible.
The salmon Florentine Benedict looks phenomenal. Would you like to try?
Yeah, that's good.
The Benedict is wonderful. The hollandaise sauce has a great flavor to it. The eggs are perfectly poached. That spinach for the Florentine and the salmon go really, really well together. Very happy with that. And the
The
arugula.
salmon tastes really fresh too.
It does. It's all fresh. The arugula and tomato salad. Really nice little side dish on there as well. I'm very happy with this.
I'm very pleased with mine as well. Mine is a much, I feel like, heavier dish. There is a lot of chicken and a very large Mickey head waffle on here. There's no chance that I'm going to finish all of this. But the chicken is very, very well done. The sriracha honey on top of it gives it a nice flavor. And then the thickness of that waffle, I feel like it could have dried out, but it didn't. Like, it's all just moist and good inside. So I'm excited to eat.
All right, so we're gonna finish all of this and finish this up at home.
All right, we are back.
First, before we get into everything, if you are looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We would absolutely love to help. We plan Disney destinations, Universal cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
The walk was a little bit non-existent because they had the pathway closed from the Polynesian to the Grand Floridian today, so we ended up taking the monorail over, but it worked out fine. We ended up walking the rest of it. It's a nice little loop. It's like a 5-mile loop if you can walk the whole thing from the TTC to the Contemporary and back, but we ended up going in Magic Kingdom. It was lovely. Grand Floridian Cafe. So notable, the walls for the renovations to the Grand Floridian main lobby building area have been up for quite some time. They were pulling those down today, so that's kind of nice. It was totally decked out for Christmas. It's one of our favorite resorts for Christmas, so that was good. But specifically with the restaurant, what'd you think?
Let's start with ambiance and theming, and this is really where they get knocked pretty hard. I think it's gonna depend where you end up being sat as well. But the theming itself, it's just very Grand Floridian. I mean, it feels like an extension of the hotel. The ambiance in there is tough because we were kind of along the back wall where there's like one long bench and then there's tables placed and chairs on the other side. And they have the tables closed in so close together that anytime our waitress walked in between the table to talk to people, or like the people next to us got up to leave, Dan was like moving his cup in because we thought it was gonna get knocked over. I mean, we were so cozy with one another.
It was maybe 14 inches from table to table, which is a little bit too close for comfort for me. I get putting tables a little bit closer together in busy restaurants, which this is. They were very busy today. Our reservation was for 11:40 and they were packed in there. But when the closeness of the tables cuts down on the service, that's a problem. So the banquette, when you walk in, the banquette on the left side with all these tables, we've sat there before and it's the same problem before. But if you have the opportunity to get set in the middle of the room, so there's individual tables with chairs around them and then down the middle, or next to the windows, those tables are farther apart. Those are nicer locations. But yeah, I mean, other than like, I could definitely reach out and touch the plate. It's just too close.
It was weird. Yeah, whenever I was getting out of my seat, I scooted over to the middle section so that I could stand up and walk forward. And I was literally like this close to the lady sitting at the next table. And I was like, sorry, I'll be out of your way in just a second.
It's weird.
So
it's weird. So
yeah.
we gave it a 2.5. So about service real quick. So our waitress was lovely. She was very, very nice. But service was really, really slow. I don't really blame her for that, but unfortunately we have to raise service as a whole, not just service as a person. So it's barely above average. The only reason it's a little bit above average is because of the waitress, but service overall, I would say was probably a little bit either average, maybe a little below average, but she did bring it up a bit. It's not her fault that the kitchen was slow. We got our appetizers before we got our drinks initially, which was a little bit strange to me.
Yeah, one thing that I did note that I think brings service up a little bit is that when they were clearing the table next to us, he put everything up on a tray and then he took a napkin and like a clean napkin, and he folded it, like he put it over all of the food and dishes so that whenever he walked through the restaurant, nobody was looking at it, which I thought was just kind of a nice touch.
We rated service a 3.5. Drinks.
So we didn't do alcoholic beverages this morning. I mean, we went we were there at 11:40 and neither of us were really feeling getting a beverage this morning. So
well, we got specialty beverages.
We did. So we got the non-alcoholic specialty beverages. I got that tropical splash, I think it was called. It was good. It was orange juice and strawberries mixed together. And then you got a frozen cappuccino.
Mine, the flavor of mine was good, but there were large chunks of, it was supposed to be a blended frozen beverage. Again, flavor was good, but the large chunks of ice took away kind of a lot from it. So it definitely was not above average. It was not, so like I don't particularly care for Starbucks coffee, but if you get like a frozen frappuccino, like just a coffee flavored frappuccino, it's blended very well, and that's what makes it good, and this was not that.
I thought mine was fine, like it was average, so we went ahead and gave drinks a 3.
Food, this is really where this place shines because we've eaten here before, it's been great in the past. So she highly recommended, we asked her for a recommendation, she said the avocado toast, the what did I get?
Buttermilk chicken and
waffles. Oh, well, you got the waffle, the Mickey waffle and fried chicken, and I got the salmon Florentine eggs Benedict, which is a mouthful to say and to eat. They were all pretty tasty. The avocado toast was done pretty well.
Yeah, it was delicious. It just needed a little salt and pepper, but other than that, like everything was really fresh. My buttermilk fried chicken and waffle was a huge portion, but the fried chicken is just done very, very well at this restaurant. So that was delicious. And then yours was yummy as well.
My eggs Benedict was great. I mean, perfect temperatures. The eggs were poached very, very well. The hollandaise sauce was great. Didn't need any extra salt, pepper. The only thing I could really knock any of this on was that, again, it came out a little bit slow, and we were waiting there for a little bit, but they were just so busy. And then the salt and pepper that we needed for the avocado toast. But
even the little biscuits that they gave us, they were warm, they were soft, they had that citrus butter, and so that was even kind of elevated. It wasn't just like store-bought bread that they threw on a plate. So it was very good.
So we ended up giving food a 4.5.
So if you add all that up and divide it out, that is a 3.375. And I mean, I think that is probably right where it should land. It's a little bit above average. It's definitely a good spot if you're staying at Grand Floridian or even maybe on the monorail loop, or if you wanted to maybe leave Magic Kingdom and walk over for a late breakfast or something like that. I think it would be a great choice.
It is definitely not the best restaurant at the Grand Floridian. You've got Citricos and Victoria and Albert's both upstairs. However, it is substantially less expensive than either of those. 1900 Park Fair is right next to Grand Floridian Cafe, but it's not open yet. It's been closed, and I think I'm hoping they open it after they finish the renovations there. Right now, I think it hits kind of a sweet spot with pricing and quality of food. Our meal with 2 non-alcoholic specialty beverages, an appetizer of the avocado toast, and then 2 brunch entrees with a 10% AP discount was with tip was like $80 some odd. Oh wow! Which is anything less than $100 for a dining review where we're getting multiple courses and specialty beverages, even non-alcoholic specialty beverages. I think that's a pretty decent value at Disney World.
Yeah, I mean, and we wouldn't probably typically eat that much food if we were just popping by. So, I mean, I was even thinking that sometime we would go back and I want that quiche whenever I just want to like have a little bite to eat as opposed to like trying several things.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think if you're definitely staying here, I would make a reservation, especially for like a breakfast brunch.
All right, well, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.